Wow, I just received my digital wireless security kit from LYD. It's 2.4 gigahertz and it's interference free. Wow, it comes with 4 cameras and a little USB receiver adapter that could plug into my laptop. Why don't I try it right now? Oh wow, this is pretty cool. Comes with 4 little mini cameras. Oh, let's see what's in here. Instruction manual. Driver CD. It comes with the antenna. So I guess this is what this is for. So let's go ahead and plug it. Screw it in. Oops. Very simple to set up. Mounting bracket. Comes with 3 screw holes. And look at this. Comes with the little anchors and screws, which is pretty cool. Now I don't need to go buy some. Let me go ahead and screw this in. Wow, this swivels 360 degrees. So virtually I can mount this anywhere. Can mount it on a wall, and actually I can mount it on a ceiling. Wow, pretty cool. And this, I believe this is a USB digital wireless receiver. And this plugs into the USB port on the computer. And I guess little red caps, they're the antenna ports. So we'll go ahead and see. Here's I guess it comes with 5 antennas total because there's 4 cameras, 1 receiver, and they all require an antenna. So let's go ahead and screw this in. Okay. So this is power adapter. So I believe each camera comes with its own individual power supply. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 power adapters, 1 to each camera. And let's see. Operates at 5 volts. And let's see on back of the 5 volts DC power. So I guess we plug this in right here. And it has a code. I guess that's a code matching switch, so you could sync the cameras to the receiver. So I guess we're pretty much set here to actually test this out. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and plug in the adapter into the USB port on the computer. Just finished installing the USB surveillance software. The computer already rebooted, and I'm about to plug in our USB digital wireless receiver to a free USB port on my laptop. So right now the system just beeped. It detected the device. So I'm going to give it a few seconds to recognize. And that's it. So now I'm going to the desktop. There's going to be an icon called WUSB camera. That's the actual surveillance site software. You could go ahead and double click that icon with your left mouse button twice, and it will launch the application. Okay, so I just finished installing the site software on my laptop, and the next step is to go ahead and press the cruise button on the surveillance software, so that way it could go ahead and synchronize with the camera. So what I'm going to do right now is go ahead and press that button, and you can select which camera you want to match, from camera 1 all the way up to camera 4. So what I'm going to do is press camera 1. I'm going to go ahead and plug in the camera, and you could get a paper clip and you could press the cold search button for about 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and then let go. And there we go. I did it pretty quick, but it takes practice. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple of options here, some features built into the software. The detect, you could go ahead and press that with your left mouse button, and what that's going to do is going to activate the surveillance software to detect motion. So what it'll do, it'll record any activity in front of the camera. So on the bottom left corner of the software, you'll see detecting. So it detects any movement. Right now it's set up to an alarm, so if there's any movement, the software will vibrate and it will ring a bell. But you could go ahead and disable that. That just default on the software. So to go ahead and disable the motion detection, just click detect and it will disable it. Next feature is web server. You could go ahead and click that with your left mouse button, and your Windows might prompt you sometimes if you want to keep blocking this program. You want to choose unblock, so that way it could free the port so you'll be able to log in remotely. So right now the web server is activated, and the way to see what's your IP address, it should be on the bottom left corner of your DVR box. And right here we see 192.168.0.17, which is assigned dynamically through your router. So to disable the web server, you could go ahead and just click it again and it will disable it. Also, if you want to go ahead and change some options, some settings, you could go to setup by clicking your left mouse button again. It's going to open up a new box. Right here you could choose the language, which defaults English, your storage location, where you want your snapshot of still images stored on your hard drive. Right here, web service. You'll see your IP address that is assigned by your router, or unless you have it connected directly to your modem, and if the modem's bridge and you have a static IP address, then the numbers will be automatically assigned here. Your web server port number, you could change this from anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000. So it's right now it's default at 7788. Your account username, which is user, password, which is default, it's blank, and right here your MMS server port number is 8080. And on here on your left side, you can see your mail server. If you have detection enabled, and whenever motion is detected, it could go ahead and email you through your mail server. Right here you have some startup options, which you want the software when it loads up, it could start detecting automatically, and it could also start the web server automatically. And right here, recurring recording means when your hard drive's already your hard drive space is already maxed out, you could go ahead and enable this function so it could do like a housekeeping function. It'll go ahead and overwrite any existing files. So this should be enabled. And you could click apply. You have another settings here on the tab button called settings. You could click that, and right here you could assign the channel name, put a note, for example, what area this camera is in showroom. You could check mark channel name. You'll see that on the screen. Channel information. You could put the date, time. You could actually set it up any way you want. You could change the colors, anywhere from a palette of maybe about 32 colors. And let me go ahead and check that again. You can enable watermark, which is also a good function, because what it'll do, it'll digitally mark every frame with a specific number, basically like a serial number. Up on the top you have your image adjust. You can adjust the brightness of each camera. Recording, image quality, right now it's default at 640 by 480. You could adjust the quality of the image from low to high. Right now I'll go ahead and max it out to high. And I'll click apply. Motion detection, you could go ahead and assign the masking area of the areas you want to record and where you do not want to record. And alert settings, this I'm going to go ahead and disable this, because it'll vibrate the screen every time there's motion detection. I mean, it's really up to you if you want the DVR software to vibrate. Also, you could disable the sound if it gets annoying. If there's any cars or vehicles, trees moving, or wherever you're recording, you don't want it to be vibrating or beeping all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll click apply. Let me go ahead and disable this. And that's about it for the settings. So confirm. Let me go ahead and exit out of here. And you could go ahead and reopen the software. So it can load up with the new settings. So there we go. And then when you want to go full screen, you could go ahead and click from 1 to 4. And also has audio, as you could hear. Real-time display and record. And right here you could change the view from single view to multiple view, which is your quad view on this system. Also, to do the playback, you could go ahead and on the screen you can press your left mouse button on the playback button, and you will get a box. And what you could do, you could hit the query button, and it'll automatically find whatever video that has been stored onto the system. So you could go ahead and open folder, and it stores the media as a Windows Media file. So you could go ahead and double click on that. You could view it through Windows Media Player, as you can see, or you could go back to the software and play it with its built-in player. And it's going to come up with a function. It says don't use FFD show just this once. You put don't ask ever again, and use FDD show all the time. So go ahead and click OK, and there we go. So you can also play back through the built-in player, and you could adjust the playback speed. You could go from anywhere from 1x all the way up to 16x. So you could play back in beyond full speed. And also you have an option if you want to delete the file. So right now that's what I'm going to do, just delete it because we don't need it. So that's about it. That's the features of our 4-channel USB DVR kit. And I hope it's your one-stop solution for video surveillance.